The young people who've gathered in our region for the One Young World Summit include a number of teenagers from local schools. They aren't here as delegates, but as journalists, covering the summit along with news media from around the world. It's an initiative of the Youth Media Advocacy Project. Of course, if you're a regular viewer of this program, you may actually already have seen some of their work. They ran a commercial last month touting the advantages of laptops over traditional textbooks. Lationna Russell is a 10th grade student at Pittsburgh Obama Academy for International Studies, as are her fellow students Arthur King, as well as Sarah Parker. And with them is Heather Harr, the co-director of the Youth Media Advocacy Project. And welcome, good to see all of you. And I should mention, all of you are journalists, and the journalists I mentioned covering the One Young World Summit that's happening right now. But this segment we've actually recorded a little bit in advance because you wouldn't be able to be here with us because you're all busy right now, right? But congratulations on that. Heather, why don't we start first with what the Youth Media Advocacy Project is?
Okay, so the Youth Media Advocacy Project is a project of Carlow University and Greater Pittsburgh Student Voices. And the goal is to get students to learn how to advocate for the change that they want to see and get their ideas out using the media, especially in regard to education reform. And that's what these students worked on at Pittsburgh Obama. And what we do is, myself, Dr. James Kelly, and Dr. Jennifer Snyder-Duch teach a course at Carlow, and we have Carlow students come into the classroom and work as mentors with the high school students to help them produce and learn how to use the media to get their ideas out in public. Pretty
cool. As you say, a lot of it about education itself. I think we have a clip of the spot that actually ran here not that long ago. Why don't we take a look at the beginning of it? So there you go, laptops versus textbooks. What's this all about? Why was kind of that the focus of the commercial that actually made it on TV?
Well, the students in the different classes were actually concerned with budget issues and with what the Pittsburgh Public Schools has been struggling with in terms of budget issues and trying to make the best of what they have. And so one of the ideas the students had was that the schools could save money by having students use laptops rather than buying all the textbooks. And there are other advantages as well, because the students want to make sure that the Pittsburgh Public Schools stays current in the 21st century with technology. Sure,
well, that's especially when you're involved in media. It's more and more all about technology. What got you involved in this, Lationna?
Well, the Youth Media Advocacy, it's more of, it was in my school, and it was civics. And so it was more brought to me, and she came into our class. I really wasn't interested in it.
So you weren't thinking, I want to be in the media someday,
no.
Or I got a lot of things I want to advocate about, and I just need a vehicle to do it?
No,
oh, okay.
It wasn't anything like that. It was more of, it was brought to me from my school, and the more that it came to my school, it started to become more interesting, and I wanted to help out, and I wanted my voice to be heard in the community.
Very cool. Arthur, how about you?
Every week when they came, it was like we did fun stuff like every other week, well, every week. And like as soon as we got to the commercials, like making our own commercials and billboards, it was fun, and it was like making your voice out there, but like putting your voice out there, and so it could be heard from people all over. So,
and beyond the commercials, you were involved in one of the billboards they did? Yeah, what was that all about?
The billboard was cutting our funding is cutting our future, and it was like the school board cutting funding for classes that like we really like, such as art and maybe gym, and like we didn't want those things to get like cut because like, for one thing, physical education is important, and art, that could be like someone's career path when they get older. So cutting that could cause them not to do that.
There
follow
you go.
Their dreams.
Cutting our funding is cutting our future. Yeah, I always hear a great billboard is 6 to 8 words. So you nailed it, man. Congratulations. Everybody can remember and read that. Sarah, from your standpoint, what have you gotten out of participating in this?
Just the honor of being able to voice my opinion on issues involving me and my classmates. I mean, we had the opportunity to talk to the Board of Education regarding Pittsburgh Public Schools, and it was just really powerful, like going there and just talking about, you know, what I think that they should do and what, you know, my thoughts are on the situation.
Very cool. All three of you were selected to participate as journalists in the One Young World Summit that's underway right now. A little less than a minute left, Heather, but I wonder what's that initiative about? What's been happening this weekend?
So, well, the students are involved in a Pittsburgh Youth Reporters Project, and it's a collaborative of the Youth Media Advocacy Coalition and some other folks like Saturday Light Brigade Radio and the Consortium for Public Education. And so we've all come together the students were trained at a media boot camp to become reporters, and they've been reporting, meeting delegates who are a little older than they are at the One Young World Convention. They're delving into the stories like education, and these students are delving into food justice that they really care about. And with the opportunity to see people like Jamie Oliver talking about food.
Well, and Bill Clinton, the former president, so you got the heavy hitters. Well, this is cool. What we'll have to do, obviously, we don't know how it went because it hasn't happened yet as we tape this, so we'll have you all back with some samples of the work and what comes out of it. But congratulations,
Thanks.
really cool. The Pittsburgh Youth Media Advocacy Project. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in a minute with a little bit more of our region's business. Stay with us.